The Mercury Show.
Welcome to The Mercury Show. A place where we talk about all sorts of things, really. But mainly unspeakable acts of horror. Awful, just terrible things. I don't know. Yeah, we had like the farm last week, and I've got some more about that, but yeah, just some really terrible stuff. A lot of the crackhead stuff that's going on in my hometown. Probably have more to talk about there. And our latest is the David Ellefson scandal, the allegations going on right now, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The issue with Dave Ellefson from Megadeth. And it's not great. It's not a great accusation. It's definitely not. It's probably not what he wants going on right now. But to be fair, it looks pretty bad for him in terms of guilt as well, too, right? So I don't know. I'm just pulling up the. So, I mean, obviously, most of you guys who are watching my channel probably know that David Ellefson from Megadeth looked, was something about got caught sending his dick on video or something, like video chats with like a very young girl. She's like 19 now, and I think there was, the allegation is that he was like grooming her before she was of age. And I mean, just the whole issue is he's got wife and kids and all that fucking shit, so he's not doing great right now. And yeah, so all this stuff happened, and then he got kicked out of Megadeth, as you guys probably know. And yeah, he fucking, so I'm on Rolling Stone right now, and I've got this open, this new article. It says, David Ellefson breaks silence on Megadeth dismissal. My lawyers are preparing for a defamation lawsuit to be filed against this person. Basis says after sexually explicit video is leaked. This person will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And I'm sure you might be as well if something, if it comes back, against you there. That's, but, so I mean, you take a look at him, and sure, I mean, he's in a big fucking metal band and all that, but he kind of looks like a rapist. I don't know. I know he didn't rape anybody, and I know it was apparently consensual. Why don't I have this AirPod in? It was apparently consensual. So I think, the last issue there, if it does turn out to be consensual, is that the wife and kids, that's an issue. Being married when you're doing that sort of shit is usually frowned upon, from my experience. David Ellefson has broken silence from following his dismissal. Fuck, I can't talk. Following his dismissal from Megadeth earlier this week, the band's decision to part ways with the bassist comes after sexually explicit photos released online last month, along with allegations he'd been a grooming fan, which he vehemently denies. Recently, a very private video was illegally posted on the internet, and false allegations were made against me. Ellefson says in the statement to Rolling Stones, the actions in the video were between two consenting adults. And where did that go? The actions of the video were between two consenting adults and recorded without my knowledge. I am working with the Scottsdale Police Department in their investigation into charges regarding revenge pornography to be filed against the person who posted this video. Also, my lawyers are preparing a Okay, so he's denying this shit. He's saying that, like, all that sort of crap is, bad. But, it almost feels like if he wins this, everyone's going to be like, see, he did nothing wrong. But, I mean, he was married as well. And this girl was like, I don't know how old he is. Let me see here. So he's 56. He's fucking 56 and this chick's like 19. So it's not great. And he's married. So, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, he did nothing wrong. But he's still married and doing this weird shit online with this chick, regardless of whether it shouldn't have been recorded and all that. But, Okay, what else do we got here? Yeah, and then there was that statement he shared from the girl allegedly who was the recipient of the online messages, as Rolling Stone puts it here. Yeah, and like, why did he share a statement from this alleged person or whatever? I don't know. It kind of just, it doesn't look great. The whole situation isn't great. You know, obviously he's gonna try to defend himself a bit, but earlier this month, Ellefson shared a statement from the woman he claimed was the recipient of his online messages. People are sharing misinformation and this situation is getting out of hand without the truth being out there, she wrote. Yes, those video calls did happen, but I was the one to initiate them, and never was I underage. I was always a consenting adult. Nothing inappropriate ever happened before that. It was all consensual. I'm not a victim, and I've not been groomed in the slightest, and I was the one to initiate it. Yeah, see, I don't know. It feels like a lot of blame might get shifted to this chick, you know, and poor girl, I'm sure she doesn't want to be involved in any of this fucking shit. Jesus, this fucking sucks. Megadeth will kick off their tour, The Lamb of God. Another band who's no stranger to criminal shit going on. Wasn't that guy involved in the murder thing? I don't know. I swear, I thought I remember there being something about it. Well, anyways, now that they get rid of the statutory rapist, they'll have just the murderer or something on their tour. That's good. But yeah, so Megadeth got rid of this guy. I guess it's just too much, regardless of, you know, exactly what happened. I mean, this guy's a married man. Like I said, he's, you know, 56 years old, and he's still, you know, he's doing shit like this. It's kind of shitty. You know, he's not a great guy. It's not like if he gets exonerated that this is a great guy we're talking about here. Clearly he was kind of being a little bit of a fucking asshole. But anyways, not in Megadeth anymore. I'm not gonna be playing bass for them, but we'll see. Maybe he'll be doing some other stuff later. I don't know. I don't know shit all. I barely keep up with news as it is, so I couldn't tell you whether this guy looks really guilty or not. I just hate the look on his face and all the pictures. But you know, any like smear campaign or like, you know, negative article about you is gonna just pick the worst pictures. I've actually read stuff about like they intentionally do that to, you know, sway your opinion before you've even fucking looked at it. You're like, oh, this guy's a creep, and he does look like a fucking creep. So I don't know, maybe he was doing some shit with minors. Hopefully not, though, you know, because you know, she says, you know, it was consensual between two consenting adults, and I don't know, there could have been some shut up money given, or you're not gonna get this famous dick anymore. Who fucking knows? Maybe, you know, maybe it's just a big scheme going on, you know. I don't know. He could have paid her to shut up. But that's the thing, right? Is that's all going to come out if there is anything about that. I don't really think that. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Fucking some people are stupid, man. That's just a bad decision, you know. That's just asking for trouble, if you ask me. So yeah, like I said, you know, just unspeakable acts of horror. And like, you know, I was talking about the farm last week, and I said it was a, you know, land of death and despair. And if you think farms are fucking cute, think again, because, you know, it's horrible. Everything's dying there, and, you know, fucked up, and no one gets along. Like none of the animals get along and shit. But there was a glimmer of hope at the end of that rant about the farm life that, you know, there is, with all the death there's some life. And my girlfriend and I had saved this baby rabbit, and I was like, oh, we're so excited, and all this shit's going down, and, you know, wow, it's actually stayed alive for longer than a day. Well, the day after my birthday, it was on my birthday, because I did the podcast like the night before. So I mentioned that it was still alive, and I woke up the next morning and it had died. And God, I broke down in tears. I'm not even gonna lie. I was sad, because and I called my girlfriend, and she was crying, and everybody was upset. That little bastard, you know? And he was cute, and he was doing well. We had given him, he started eating more. We had to give him this like kitty meal replacement stuff. And we were feeding it to him with the syringe, and he was getting lots of food, and we kept him under a lamp and gave him nice warmth. He was nice and warm, all cuddled up in these old pair of boxers I had. I just kind of put him in a box, and then he was sleeping in them, and he was doing so well, and he was cuddled up, and he seemed active, way more active when we had given him lots of food. And I woke up, and he was fucking cold, and I was, oh man, he died, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I was sad. There was so much hope there. We thought he was doing well, and that was kind of just fucking shitty. I mean, yeah, you think you're doing the right thing, and I think we did the right thing. It was just, I don't know, he didn't make it, and he didn't show any signs of anything negative, so we assumed he was all right, and we're not professionals, so don't do that anymore, you fucking idiots, I guess. Yeah, who am I to fucking think that I can save animals or save people's lives or something? Save an animal's life, you know? Like, I don't know. That sucked. That was crap. What a crap birthday. I was upset my entire birthday. Had a good time, but, you know, got drunk, you know, whatever, did some shit like that. And, yeah, you know, was kind of sad, though, because little buddy didn't make it there. So we are giving him a funeral. Poor little dude. Yeah. Because my girlfriend's really upset about it. Yeah, I was upset, and she was like, I think she cried for a couple of days about it, because it was so cute. He was a nice little guy, nice little rabbit, and then fucking dead when he woke up. So, yeah, that was crap. But enough about that. This week, my car, if you remember, got repoed a couple episodes ago, I think, got repoed. And I got it back, which is nice, you know, because that couple days there where I didn't have the car, man, I just felt like such a fucking loser. That was crap. I got it back. She's driving around. It's a car. It does the thing, and I'm happy about it now. And being broke fucking sucks, right? Obviously. And you know, I did a little more walking around, though, so I did get some exercise out of it, which is nice, because I haven't been exercising enough. And so I've got to experience more of the crackheads from my hometown, because I haven't really told a crackhead story in a couple episodes, I don't think, now. And yeah, that's what you guys are here for: death, despair, unspeakable acts of horror, and homeless people and crackhead stories, because that's just what we do here. And so basically, I was walking around, and I walked to the store, the usual store that you guys know and love. And so I get there. It's not even late or anything. It's like 6 o'clock, so it's still really sunny. It's summer, and, you know, it's just days are a little longer and all that, more sunlight. So it's still really bright outside, and, you know, I'm walking, get to the store, and there's a guy on all fours, just right down, licking the sidewalk, just licking the side, just full into it, like he's eating the best pussy he's ever had in his life. This is the best thing he's ever had. Like, he was just going. I'm like, you do you, man. You lick that fucking sidewalk, right? Like, that's holy shit. But I could see him from a distance, and I was like, what is this guy doing? I thought he was like praying or doing something weird. Obviously something weird, but I thought he was like praying or something. I don't know. Something a little more normal, I mean. And yeah, he was on all fours, bent over, just licking the sidewalk. Poor fucking guy. I mean, you got to be down and fucking out to be down on the ground licking a fucking sidewalk. You got to be really fucked, because that's, man, I always say to you guys, I feel bad for everyone, but they do funny things. Like licking the sidewalk is really, really bad. Like I'm looking at this guy, and sure, it's funny, right? I want to just start dying of laughter, but I can't do it right in front of the guy because that's like too much. But he might not even notice anyways. But it's funny. But if I'm ever there, just put a bullet in my head. I don't need to be alive anymore. I'm licking a sidewalk. I don't know where I am. No one's talked to me in fucking years, and them, and it's just, it's not good. Just put a fucking bullet right in my head and just get rid of me. I'm useless at that point. If all you can do is lick a sidewalk, then you're useless. And I love this guy, but I'm not saying we need to put a bullet in his head. Just on a personal level, I would like a bullet in my head if I'm ever that bad. You know how like people like say, if I'm a vegetable, the fucking DNR, pull the fucking plug. Just pull the fucking metaphorical plug on me. Just do it, man. Get rid of me. I don't need to be here any longer after that. I think I've done all the things I'm gonna do. If I'm licking a sidewalk, you're basically over. So yeah, that was fucking interesting. And I haven't seen a lot, but there was just a couple things that ring through here that I could remember. And so this place, I don't know if I've told this one yet, but the place I was going to, it's just a couple blocks down from me, and every time I go there, I always get these like strange questions. And this place in particular, it's run by, I don't know what nationality they are, but it's of some Asian descent. And they're very, their English is quite fractured, so they've got a heavy accent. And very nice people. I'm not going to lie, very nice people. But they always ask me like strange questions. They're like, do you go to church? Like, have you ever heard of Bible study? And I this happened a lot of times where have you heard of church as I'm paying? And I'm like, no, thank you. I'm good. I went to Catholic school, and that's about as close to church as you're gonna get me. I didn't go because anybody in my family was Catholic. It was all my friends went there, so that's why I went. And so keep getting these questions, and then one day I walk in, I think it's a Friday, and I went there for Cheetos, Coca-Cola, and Red Bulls. So, and that was to get drunk. All that was because we were drinking, and I think we were doing mushrooms. I don't even know, but I went there to literally just get wasted. And she's like, no, she hadn't even asked me yet. She hadn't even asked me, and she was like, here, come see. And she points to this, like, and it's not the nicest store in the world. I'm not going to be too mean, but like, it looks like people have been murdered in the back, like it's not good. So, but toward the back of the store, it's kind of all crowded with like, random fucking shit and, 10-year-old single Twinkies that are fucking probably bad by now and shit. Just, it's not good stuff going on there. And it's kind of a dirty store, but whatever. So she's like, come with me. Because, we have a pretty decent relationship. I see her on the reg. So, like, we're pretty friendly. So she's like, coming back. And I'd already be, like, a little bit weirded out by them. I wasn't like, oh, these people are, like, completely fucked. I'm like, okay, I'll follow you to the back. And I did. I blindly just followed this woman into this sketchy fucking back room of this creepy store that always asked me if I'm religious and shit. So I'm like, and even as I'm going, I'm thinking, I'm like, you idiot, why are you going to the back? They're going to kill you back there. This is it. You're going to die. Why are you doing this? And everyone's back in my apartment waiting for me to come back with booze. And I'm walking into this sketchy back room or something. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here. I was like, is she going to suck my dick? I think this fucking Asian lady's going to suck my dick. All right, well, I have a girlfriend, but I guess I'll just... So I just kept walking into the back. I follow her back there, and I get there, and there's like 6 dudes sitting around a table, And they're like, hello. And I'm like, what's going on here? And they're like, Bible study. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I'm like relieved, but also like, I look at her, I'm like, I can't stay. She's like, you stay. Cause she can't really speak. I'm like, I can't stay. I came here for, I didn't plan on hanging out at the store I go to for fucking cigarettes and Red Bulls. And then one of the guys, and they all look like recovering something. They're all definitely like vagrant kind of, they look like one guy looks like he's drug addict. One guy looks like a fucking pedophile. One guy looks like he's a booze bag, all the above. And they're like, Bible study, come join us. I'm like, I can't stay. And one guy looks at my stuff and he's like, oh, Red Bulls and Coke, you're getting drunk, eh? And I'm like, how did he know that? I have Cheetos, Red Bulls, and Coke. I could just be like an absolute piece of shit, which I am. I normally would be in there buying something gross like that anyways. So he's like, you're getting drunk. I'm like, yeah, but that is okay. So the guy, he's an alcoholic. I know that much. And that's, so I go over and I shake everybody's hand. I'm like, can't stay, gotta go. Nice to meet you. I'm never going to remember your names. Bye. And I haven't gone back to the store since because I just like ran out. I was like, and then, but I do feel bad because she gave me like fucking, as I'm walking out, she's like, oh, you joined the Bible study, and then gave me a $5 Tim Hortons gift card and what is it, a banana bread. And I didn't eat the banana bread because I don't know, maybe there's drugs in it and that's how they're getting these people in. I don't know. They totally weirded me out. If you guys know me, like religious stuff kind of really creeps me out. I went to Catholic school and it didn't get any better, like I just am so weirded out by churchy stuff. I don't know, but so now I don't want to go back there because I don't want to be part of their weird drug addict cult. So yeah, I haven't gone back to the store, but she's such a nice woman, and the guy's nice there too. But like they don't understand fuck all but what I'm saying, and they don't care. They'll ask every single person. I don't even know what type of religion does that to people. I know there's a specific one. My girlfriend could fucking tell you, but they push and get you involved. And yeah, so I'm like, fuck that, I'm out. So now I just go back to the other store where all the crackheads and hookers hang out, which is cool. I often get to see like, what was it? No, this wasn't even at the store. I was driving along. This is a story I really wanted to tell you guys because this one made me fucking laugh. Now there's this one guy, and he walks around downtown, and it's fine. He's normally all right, but like you could see he gets agitated because he'll ask for like change or a cigarette or both, and he gets agitated. I could tell just like looking at him, like this guy is not good with me saying no, I don't have any change. No, I don't have a cigarette for you. I could tell something's not going well there, but he doesn't look homeless. Not that you have to look homeless or that there even is a look for homeless, but you know what I'm fucking saying. There's a look for homeless, and he doesn't look homeless. He looks like maybe he's down on his luck and maybe rent is tough or something like that, but he doesn't look homeless to me. He looks pretty put together for a guy who has no home. And so we're driving and he's coming across, like we stop at a light and he comes across the intersection from my left to my right. So he's like, I've got my windows down and I'm driving, and so he's starts on out my driver windows, and as he kind of gets like almost like 11 o'clock in front of me, he kind of turns and beelines it for my window, and I'm like, fuck. I always get sketched out by shit like this because one time I was pulled over at a red light with my ex-girlfriend, and a crackhead literally tried to get in the fucking car, and I had to get the fuck out and beat the shit out of him. But that's aside. That's maybe a different story for another time rather. So he beelines it for my window, and he comes over and he's like, hey, you got any change for a meal? And this is like, that's a common expression. Like you could sit out front of the homeless guy could be sitting out front of the LCBO, and he's like, I need money for food. I'm like, then why are you sitting out front of the LCBO and look wasted? All right. Like, just don't lie to me. I don't care. I'll fucking give you something if I have it. Just don't lie to me. But a lot of the time, I don't even carry change. I don't carry cash. I've often, it's 2021. I use my fucking card for everything. If I pretend the money's not there, then I can feel better about how much really. I mean, there is no money there, but when I do have it, if I can just pretend it doesn't exist and spend like an idiot. So he comes up and he's like, "Hey, you got any spare change for a meal?" And I'm like, "No, I don't have any change." He's like, "You got a cigarette?" I'm like, "No, I don't have any cigarettes." And I do have cigarettes on me, but like downtown, if you have cigarettes on you, one person sees you, you'll literally have like a zombie horde of fucking people asking you for one. So I'm good. I don't want to give those out all the time, And I did only have a couple left, so I was like, "Nah, man, I don't have any." And he looks at me, he's like, "Oh yeah, fucking useless, eh?" And he starts walking away. He's like, "Fucking bird." Holy shit. My girlfriend and I look at each other like, "What the fuck?" And we just start laughing so fucking hard. "You're fucking useless, eh?" That's what he says to me. Now, this guy wanders around the city all day long, asking people for money and cigarettes and everything else. And I've seen him since then, by the way, but he walks around asking for, and I'm useless. I'm useless. Like, oh my God. And like, I'm not even trying to shit on him for being homeless, but I mean, that's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, I think, isn't it? Begging for change and then telling me I'm useless when I don't have it. Well, you started out with no change at the beginning of this conversation. You actually made the entire conversation about not having change. So I think maybe one of us, I could be useless, and I don't have a lot of uses, I'll admit, but if I'm useless, then I think we're both useless. And I don't want to knock the guy, but I've seen him 3 times since then, and that was like 4 days ago, and he's asked me the same thing: spare change for a meal, spare change. And I say no, and he's like, you spent your money that you earned on yourself, on fucking paying your bills. Man, like, he thinks I'm, like, what does he think? I live in fucking luxury, man? Like, I'm not doing horrible, but I'm not, I'm not doing great. And most of my money goes to fucking bills and shit. I barely have anything left over. So, you're right. I spent it on surviving. I don't, like, maybe I should just give you like $5 and you can print off, like, I don't know, 250 resumes or something, and then you can have money. More work means more money. It's like a life hack. Get a job and you'll have money. You know what I mean? Like, oh God. And I'll give money to the nice guys. You guys know I talk about blankets, and I give that guy everything. Like, today he was dumping a bottle of water on himself, screaming like, ah. So he looked hot, so I pulled over, and I shot him some change, and I got him a drink in the store. He's a crazy bastard, but he deserves some love too. He's definitely, like, literally insane. But yeah, this other guy calls me useless and calls me a fucking bird because I don't have a cigarette for him. And useless. Either he's wrong, or I should feel really bad about myself for a homeless man or someone who's down on their luck that bad calling me fucking useless. I mean, that really kind of sucks. I don't want to be fucking useless, but that's another position that I really wouldn't want to be in. Not that it's not as bad as the licking the sidewalk shit. But I probably wouldn't want anybody to let me live that way. I would say still maybe kill me anyways, because I would fucking not survive as a homeless man. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys now. I'm a bitch. I wouldn't fucking survive as a homeless man because I don't have, like, the balls to, like, walk up to somebody and ask them for change or for a cigarette. Like, I don't have the balls to be like, look like that and then initiate a conversation that way. I just wouldn't do it. So I would die. No one would give me food. No one would give me change because everyone would just think that I'm not homeless. I would probably do my best to try and go to some public showers or something and, try to keep myself clean. I would walk around in a fucking suit that I got from like Goodwill or something. Like I would walk around with a fucking suit on, being homeless, just so I didn't look homeless. And and then no one would give me anything. Be like, that guy's wearing a suit, he's doing great, and I bet he has a fucking Maserati, BMW. And I would tell them that I did. Honestly, I would go out of my way to lie to them. I would lie to all of you. Even if someone thought it was down on my luck, and they walked up to me and were like, "Yeah, you look like you need some fucking change or a meal or something." I'd be like, "Fuck that! My bank accounts are doing great. My stocks, my Ethereum. We were down last week, but it's coming up, so I'm doing great. I'm fine. I do not need your money." That's what I would do. I would lie to everybody. I would lie to my family. I would lie to my fucking self at that point. Because I couldn't do it. So I couldn't hack it. So I give these guys credit, man. These guys are, they survive. Like, especially Blankets. That guy survives. He can't speak an entire sentence without going, "Ah," and he survives. I'm barely surviving. I've got things that I need and all that, and a place to stay. So no, I wouldn't survive. I think that's true for a lot of us. I think a lot of us wouldn't survive, especially nowadays where like the entire, everyone's existence is based on lying to each other and faking how they look and, looking happy in their relationship and looking like they're fucking going to the gym, even though it's the first time they've been in months, and, posting on Instagram. I think a lot of you guys couldn't hack it either as a homeless person, and we've been through some fucking hard times, but, nothing like that. I couldn't hack that. It wouldn't happen. I'd become a liar. I'm a liar right fucking now. People ask me how I'm doing. I'm like, I'm doing great. Things look awesome. My YouTube channel is doing amazing. I am having a great time. I'm a fucking liar. I say everything's not that good, Can't be that happy all the fucking time. And not that anything's actually going bad, but I stretch the fucking truth. Everyone does it. It's just part of who we are nowadays. And but yeah, being homeless, it would get worse. It would get fucking worse. I would just become an absolute piece of garbage with my lying. It would get out of hand. But yeah, so this is what we talk about on the channel. We talk about good things. It's nice and educational. I'm educating you guys on, if you happen to figure out where I live, not moving there, because it's not a good time. Well, it's not a good time. It gives me something to talk about. I people watch a lot, so I don't really mind it. But this is an educational program for that. It's super informative, and yeah, we've got. What else did I want to talk about today? Let me see here in my great list of things to talk about. Oh my God. Yeah, so I have made an initiative lately on my YouTube channel, or, to put a little more work into my YouTube channel. And it's going a little better because I wanted to attract some attention back. I've been losing a lot of views and things like that. So I thought I would start posting some instrumentals, and now I'm going to move to posting some other bands and some other stuff. So I'm looking forward to doing some more work and putting a little bit more effort in. And so I have gotten some attention back to the channel, which makes me happy because I'm an attention whore. Like I've said before, I'm an attention whore, and I like when people look at the things that I'm doing, and it makes me sad when they're not. So yeah, I've started to put in some more work, and it seems to be paying off so far. We're going to see how it goes, but initially it started out as trying to stay busy because I was sad about that fucking stupid rabbit. Fucking tricks, the stupid little rabbit, and then I procrastinate, and then, here we are. I'm about to start releasing more shit, and most of my time goes to thinking about stories about crackheads and, horrible fucking things in my life that might be amusing or might make you feel better, because, not everything is, perfect in anybody's life. So I'm the perfect example, and that is the only thing that's perfect, is me as an example for how imperfect lives can be. And I'm not ashamed of it. Whatever. That's why I'm sitting here talking shit about it all the time. I have a hilarious life, and I want you guys to laugh at me, and I love you for it. I love you for being here, and we're gonna cut it a little short tonight because I'm fucking tired and stoned. So take it easy. Love ya.